Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Josh Dobbs, the Cardinals, taking down the Cowboys. Big day for the Cardinals. Josh Dobbs fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content over there. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. I'm really trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So if you live the nuance, details that we talk about the quarterback position, offensive football, structure, architecture, how to attack defenses, pressures, pass protection, all that stuff, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Josh Dobbs, the Arizona Cardinals, the Fighting Ben Steels. I love it right here. Coming out, 12 personnel, wing slot, one of my favorite formations, running GT, making 11 the conflict defender, the key read, and it's an easy read. We're reading 11 in the left C gap. He's going to tackle the back, pull it. The tight end's doing an outstanding job, a little combo block, and then Dobbs just strides out on the sideline. It's really a thing of beauty, y'all. So much to like. So from the wide here, we're just reading one of the best players, if not the best defensive player in the league, right there. We know he's going to be flying upfield. It's an easy pull read. So for my money, GT is just guard, pulling, tackle, wrapping. All these guys on the front side, our gap down backer. Gap down, and we're out here. Now, the things to pay attention to, the coaching that I like, is right here. A little tight end. We're going to combo block this thing. So we've got two for their two. How they want to sort this thing out with these two, if one of them overplays it, they're essentially just going to sort this out. So those two need to combo up, get enough so that we can make this thing punt return left. It's outstanding. I love me some gap runs. I love getting an athletic quarterback on the edge, stride out. Look at those tight ends down here to the bottom. Sort this thing out. 6 thinks he's going to go make a TFL. He gives up the edge. We get enough of him, turns into a sprint, and we got him. Hell yes. Stride out 9. That is outstanding. Love it. So from the back here, we can see the left guard, left tackle go. GT. We're reading 11 in the C gap. Easy read. Double arc out by our tight ends. And we've got it. Nice job, 87 coming off, getting a piece of him. Hold up on the edge, and then stride out. My guy can run a little bit. Stay in bounds. Great job. What a play. Hell yes. Next one here. 1st and 10. We're going to throw the over up top to the new number 1. We're going to get a little whirly bird quarterback footwork. Post over. He really has the post. We don't really have time to throw it. This footwork is a little funky for me. So shift. We're going to fake. So double fake. You got to spin around. Really hard to throw a post like that. And we're going to change the launch point. Again, I love changing the launch point versus 11. If you don't change the launch point here, 11 probably makes this tackle and sack. Change the launch point. He's got to run a little farther. Now we're able to hit the over. So a few things here. Just talking because it's quarterback school. We'll talk quarterback footwork here. I like this kind of unique footwork, but what it does is it really eliminates the post. So you're going to fake here and then fake here, and then the quarterback is then going to drop at an angle. Well, we're going to run it with post, over. Okay, it's really hard to do spinny, drop at an angle, throw a big post. It's there. I think if he were, if this guy didn't play, if this guy was like sick or something, and we could just drop back and throw a post, then the post would probably get the ball here. But what you have to do here, this is game planning. So we move the launch point away from 11. He then he makes his inside move. I personally would prefer the back to not just kind of vacate here, but look to help on 11 wherever he needs help. Now, maybe he's supposed to anchor on the outside. Who knows? Only they know. But man, this is great design. It could have been an even bigger play, if you're playing someone else to the bottom. Who knows what the hell the corner's doing down here to the bottom, just guessing. And then on the back, it's still open to the over. The Fighting Al Harris is back there, got no chance versus this kind of action. I love it. Again, fake, drop away, move the launch point. Creative. Okay, again, easier said than done, but man, you don't want to lose inside if you're 74. Again, if you're 4 there for me, you got to hang in there, bro. You got to give my guy 74 some help. Maybe 4 doesn't like 74. Who knows? Locker room dynamics. But that's a hell of a play from 9. I love it. 3rd and 2 here, just a simple flat up top to the back. Post motion, we end up in 1x3 nub. Again, it's just too much for number 1 to get out to the flat, stop the inside throw, and make that tackle before the first down. I think maybe, if I knew who coached the tight ends, I would say, hey, let's try to get in one's way there with our motion as opposed to trying to run to win there, 86. But again, only they know their technique. But I can say, regardless, it's a really nice job from Dobbs, just operating the offense within structure. So as we go in motion, we're going to end up getting just flat to the back where the ball ends up going. Now, the throw is not perfect. It stops him, but he's able to spin in and make a move. Now, what I'm talking about tight end-wise here is if you know it's man, you try to run to get in the lane of whoever's got the back. So if they determine that one's got the back man-to-man, you don't run where he is. So you don't run like that. You run where he's going to go to cover him. So if he's got to go kind of over the top to cover him, you run to win on an angle that's kind of where you think he's going to be as you get into your corner. That's just for my money. They obviously know what they're doing at the tight end position over there. But to the flat, boom. Again, hit your back foot, put it right on him. If it wasn't there, you can see everything going from left to right here. So come back across, you probably hit 2 on the shallow. I mean, everybody's open. Almost got like a little short post action from the guy in motion. Just a beautiful job. Again, there. Luckily, he got it out quickly. I thought Dobbs did a great job of getting the ball out quickly all game. They run a little game to our right. 90's going to get home on a little TE. They can rush the passer now, no doubt about it. Whoop. Right on him. First down. Let's go. Inside the 10. Love it. Next one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to run what I'm used to calling a speed out down here to the bottom, number 1. Great anticipation. Beautiful ball. Timing. Lots to like. Now, from the drop, I can tell you, this is probably one of my favorite drops from Sunday. Watch the dovetail. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can only say here, I think normally this ball is thrown with no hitch. Maybe they run it different in Arizona. I don't know. The timing of it works out pretty nice with the hitch. Right on him. Again, watch the wide receiver to the bottom. Just turn 26 like a top. My guy Al Harris down there teaching his own thing. I like it. Take advantage of it outside the numbers. Watch the drop. Watch the dovetail. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I mean, y'all. Clinic tape it. Mark it down. Watch the dovetail. Lined up to the left. Y'all, watch the feet. Watch the drop. Dovetail. Lined up to the left. Polished. Hell yes. I just want to make this thing a GIF. Let that thing wash over me all day. My goodness. Next one here. This is 4 verticals. We're going to throw it to the tight end on a drop seam for my money. Now, I know it would come back. I know it's a drop. I know there would be a penalty too if you were to catch it. But I love Dobbs being able to drop this thing in right here. Can't catch it for him. Love the tempo of this thing. 3 hitch, reset, get it out. Kind of like the design too, if I'm being honest. Again, I'm going to compliment the design when I like it. This to me is just 4 verticals. So where the ball ends up going to the tight end seam, how they get there is a little unique as far as come across the motion. There's a number 1 vertical, seam, go, and then the check down ends up operating like from the true number 1. So he kind of gets to that check down space eventually. But this is outstanding, man. Beautiful tempo, beautiful rhythm. Great job from Dobbs. Again, puts it right on him. Can't catch it for him. Base. I mean, look when he lets this thing go. Right there. I mean, that is outstanding, right? They rock and roll. They try to have the safety come down. Coming from the other side of the field. Beautiful read. I mean, it's right on him. Good night. Man, great job from 9. Just so much to like here. Empty. He's the decision maker. I mean, he's got someone right in his lap, right? I mean, give the center some help. Walk it back. Can't make the throw in a phone booth. You got your hand on someone's back there. Can't follow through. That's a dot. Now my guy 9 is dealing. Back to one of my favorite formations, 12 personnel, wing slot, pin and pull, RPO. This is too easy. I'm not sure if the Cowboys have heard of these things called RPOs, but 55 is making this way too easy. I mean, that is as clean of a look. as you will ever see. So if we're going to run what I'm going to call is just 12 personnel wing slot pin and pull. So here's the wing. Here's the slot. Here's the conflict defender. We're going to run pin and pull down here to the bottom. So we're going to pin the edge. We're going to pull whoever they end up determining. I think it's the guard in the center. And when the key or the conflict defender runs so violently this way, I mean, it's almost shockingly how open it is. I mean, these are almost like we've never talked about how we're going to defend an RPO before. And again, Josh Dobbs dealing, right? He's just not handing the ball off. We're running RPOs against a Cowboys defense that has wreaked havoc on the league. RPO them, put it right on them. I love it. Just an easy read. Watch 55, the weak side backer. I mean, that's an easy pull read, right? Right on him. Let's go. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, a great way to support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. Link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on all of my favorite football topics. We've got courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every single coverage. We even have an entire offensive system and structure available for you. So get over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, only 16 seconds left to go in the second quarter. We're going to get inside fade down here to the number 2, and we throw really a never-in-history ball. There were a few throws here that Josh Dobbs, would love to have back. It's not going to be a perfect game for anybody, damn near any time. But this is one of those throws I feel like if he could hone in on some of these throws, I think he could really play himself into a guy who plays all the time. Because to me, this is there. The matchup's there. Everything except the throw. And it's really off by a significant amount, if I'm being honest. So inside fade, you would love, obviously, to drop it right down his line, right? Captain Obvious. So if he's going to run it here, you're going to throw it right down the line. You've got this room to be able to fade it in. What you can't do is have it go off the screen here, where you're missing outside the white. So that's the biggest thing. The other thing that I'll say, and I'll point it out from the back, is this is about as heel clicky as he got all day. So just unfortunate that his footwork let him down here. I think it doesn't help him with his accuracy, his consistency on some of these throws. Watch his footwork at the top. So right, boop, boop. Again, I mean, I thought he played with a pretty good base all game. This one just felt like it got away from him, almost like he's trying to push it too far, get a little too much into it. Just keep your normal base. Keep your hips, shoulders, everything right where you want. Don't pop up. Make life more difficult with more moving parts. And then that, and that's a really tough throw. That's going to be hard to stay in bounds ever with that type of throw. And again, it's not like he's running down the side hash, right? He's splitting the difference between the numbers and the sideline. That misses that by 5 yards to the right. So just a tough one to miss there. Another tough miss here. This to me, play action. I'm going to call this a slant to the bottom. I really don't know what the hell the route is. Obviously, you don't want to Tebow this cat at his ankles. Now, it would get called back for a holding on the right tackle regardless. But I think it's worth pointing out, Dobbs just gets a little funky here. Now, I don't think this is the easiest throw in the world where you have to fake to your left, come back, throw slant to your right. Also, let's just for fun, watch. You tell me what kind of stem this is to the bottom. It's not for me, but it works, I guess. It looks like he gets a little, meaning Dobbs, gets a little wide at the top, is a little bit out of rhythm, out of sequence here. It's almost like he's so wide open that he's like, oh, I got to put it on him. And it comes out low. And again, I know it wouldn't matter because 11 is impacting the game at right tackle, but man, that's a throw. That this to me is like layup-ish. We got to be able to make this throw. So like the inside fade and this throw, these kind of inconsistencies are why he's, potentially not going to be a guy who stays on the field forever. But man, he's got a lot of bright spots, and that's a hell of a win. But you can just see some of the inconsistencies throwing the ball. Again, I would love to see his offhand on his core. Just, I think he's so wide open that he just gets kind of out of whack. The whole thing seems a little funky right here as far as sinker. Next one here, 3rd and 8. Beautiful back shoulder go down here to the bottom. Find the matchup you like. Wonderful base. Great throw. An absolute dot. A seed of a throw. Look at the sideline going crazy. Love it. Teammates obviously believing. Watch the base. Look at the base, you guys. I mean, you think I'm being nitpicky on the heel click, but then when he does it right, and this perfect base, look what happens. You're welcome. And again, I'm not nitpicking the film. Obviously, I didn't put the whole video on here, the whole game, but just the difference on when you have this thing, perfect base, great timing, great rhythm. He's able to put that thing exactly where he wants. It's really impressive. This is a hell of a throw. 3rd and 8, one-on-one down here to the bottom. Again, look when he lets this thing go. I mean, double stick. So they're running double stick up top, 3x1. And it's probably like a quick out down here that gets converted. And he likes the matchup. That's a beautiful ball. Man, that is outstanding. Love it. I love the footwork. I love the rhythm. I love the aggressiveness. This is just a hell of a game from Dobbs, man. This is one of those games where you're just like, this can catapult your career. Next one here. This is a tough one. This looks like the Cowboys are confused on the back end. We're going to get what I'm going to call double post with an over, and they just missed the inside post. I mean, there's obviously a miscommunication on the back end here. I think you can get a little exposed sometimes in 3x1, what they're doing on the backside. If they run with man right here like they do with the crosser, so the crosser going from our right to left is getting run with the corner. Well, everyone else is playing zone. So the free safety thinks that there's someone back there to take that inside post, and there's not. And this thing becomes a massive play. You know, everything except the touchdown there. So what I'm talking about here is post motion. What do they do with the number 1 up top? So if we're going to get what I'm just going to call double post, and who knows what they call it, but this action, normally, if you pair it with an over, you're really trying to get this over coming from up here, this number 1. But in 3x1, where there are 3 eligibles over here, so 1, 2, 3, and then only 1 up top, what you do defensively with that can vary based on the coverage, based on everything, game plan. So if he's going to run with him and stay with the over, well, then this free safety in the middle of the field is going to have to go with the number 1 vertical here, or the inside, the number 2 vertical, technically. The first guy that he sees. He's not going to be able to pass this thing off. So he thinks he can like pass it off to the corner who looks like he expects to be back there. You can see him pointing. Like, where you at, bro? Well, I'm running with the over. So we're getting exposed. The Fighting Al Harrises back here are getting exposed a little bit for the boys. And it's a great job from Dobbs. Again, I love the play call, the boot. This is outstanding vision. I would bet a lot of money that this is not where the ball's supposed to go, because you can see that number 14 is the over. The number 1 up top goes underneath him. So they just drop 14. So Dobbs sees it, puts it on him. Do not miss a layup. And this thing turns into a massive chunk play. So this to me is a great play call, even better vision from Dobbs. We're moving the launch point again. We're cracking down on 11. We're pulling the guard. Got multiple people hitting 11. And we're able to get that wide open. Great vision, pop open, awesome, just awesome game plan, big play, pretty sweet. Last one here, touchdown pass, 3rd and 2. This is really just Josh Dobbs making a play in my opinion. This is the shallow from the number 1 on the bunch coming all the way across the field. He's able to essentially retreat and give enough on this throw for this thing to hit, because this really doesn't look like it should be here. It looks like he's looking left first, so left to right in a pedal. Just unbelievable strength, vision. There's a lot to like here. So what this bunch does normally is it causes all sorts of issues for a defense on the back end. So if we've got 3 eligibles right here, how they sort this thing out between really these 4 players, so these 4, there's a number of different ways they can do it. For this play, what happens is the number 1 is running this shallow all the way across the field with his feet in the end zone. This player right here, 21, is going to have to be the guy who runs with him. So they have to sort out what's going on in front of him, and then he's got to run and stop this. So they're essentially in like a pseudo zero, although they don't get home to Dobbs. But the thing I love about it is he's able to retreat. It looks like he's playing over here, 1, whether it's the flat corner, whatever, with kind of the over coming this way. So we've got everything going this way. It's not there. He's able to retreat. He can see this and makes this play. It's just a really impressive job, man. And for this to be 3rd and 2, get a touchdown. No. I mean, not set your feet. It's such a hell of a play, man. This is a big time performance against a really good opponent. Critical down and distance. The Cowboys couldn't do anything in the red zone, and Josh Dobbs is out here dealing. So no to the left, keep retreating. I mean, look at that drop. I mean, you can't set your feet. We got free runners everywhere. Look at that throw. Hell yes. What a win. So that is a wrap. Josh Dobbs, the Cardinals, some really great offensive play call design. I loved how they moved the launch point, made life really tough on 11, had some really cool design quarterback runs to take advantage of Josh Dobbs' skill set. I thought Josh Dobbs managed the game, used his vision, was able to create a little bit as well. There were some really impressive throws in this. And I think if he could just fine-tune some of the misses and make the misses a little bit smaller, make the miss radius a little bit tighter, not miss any layups, he really could play himself into an everyday guy on Sundays in the league. Pretty awesome. Great opportunity for him. What a big win. Fired up for those guys and the Fighting Ben Steels. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.